What's up, YouTube? And welcome back to Scorcher's Lounge. And today, we're going to have a little history lesson on Jordan 12s. Alright, so you might be wondering why I got these Jordan 12 black and reds and why do I have these boxes. So, I have two pairs or three. I don't know. I still have a lot of boxes I gotta unbox. But I know I doubled up for sure, probably tripled up on the 2024 pair, which is right here. I already did a review and I have that link right there. So I was gonna do a comparison video in that video, but this shoe here, the 2009 pair, I feel like it needed its own video. So here goes a Jordan 12 flu game comparison video. So now we're gonna go with the boxes, right? So the Jordan 12, the Jordan 20, hold on. So I should have done this before I put the cameras on. All right, bam, boom, 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 and boom. So this is how they come. The Jordan 12 pair came in this shoe right here. The Jordan 12 pair. The 2024 pair came in this Jordan box here. The Nike box, I mean. You see how I got the Nike hits? And I got the Nike emblem. That's how it came out in 97. The 2016 pair has the Jordan logo. And it's in this huge, big, oversized box for some reason. And then here goes that. And then the Jordan 2009 pair came out in this box here. Right here, the silver and black. However, I don't have the original box. I just got this box for viewing purposes. So this is how it looks, right? Alright, let's start with the bottom. The bottom of all sneakers. Let me see, hold on. Let me get the boxes out the way, man. I'm sorry, it's just so much going on. Alright, boom. Boxes out the way. Now that I show you the boxes, let me get these things out the way. You don't really care about the boxes. Alright. Let me grab the right shoe of every pair. Alright. Let me just grab the right shoe of every pair. Right? Nope, this is left. Don't be a cheater. Alright. I mean, wait. I was right. Okay. Alright, now I got it. Okay. Alright. Come on, you're gonna stay? Okay, thank you. Okay, so this is the right pair of every sneaker. We're gonna go with the bottom first. So when we go through the bottom, oh wait, damn it. Let me read out these color codes and stuff for you. So the 2012 pair says Air Jordan 12 Retro Black Varsity Red. Style code is CT8013, color code 002. That's the 2024 pair. When we get to the 2016 pair, it says Black Varsity Red, style code 130690, color code 002. So the style code changed on these two, even though they got the same identical color code, which is 002. Varsity Red. So Varsity Red is the same, and 002 is the same color code for the Varsity Red. But when it comes to the style code, and obviously it's going to change because it's got a different shape and everything. So the style code is different. So you got CT8013, 130690. So that's different style codes. Now, when it comes to the actually, I would have to look this up because I don't have the box on. Alright, so when it comes to the 09 pair, The 09 pair says black, varsity red. So all of them say black and varsity red. However, there's a color difference for sure. And then this one, the color, the style code is 130690. Oh, so it got the same style code as the 2016 pair, but just different color code at 065 compared to 002. So they got the same style code as a 2016 pair, but it doesn't look like, it's just, it's bigger. It's like a bigger shoe. Like it's tall, like, that's interesting. That's, you know, the tongue is I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little confused about that. I get the color code being different because the color red is different in this shoe. Why they call it varsity red, not sure. But yeah, I'll have that on screen, all three tabs. So that's that, right? The reason that's important is because once you get to the bottom of all sneakers, they're gonna be different colors. So when you get to the 09 pair, so they all have red bottoms and they all have black herringbone traction pads. The big difference is the color in red. When you get to the red in the Jordan 2009 pair, you got like a dull red. A lot more dull, and it's not because it's used and is ashy and is aged. It's just like that in general. That's why the color code is different. So you have a duller red. Then you got the carbon fiber in black, and I believe it's like a clearish, it's like a beige and black carbon fiber. Compared to the other two pairs, they're both just black carbon fiber plates. When you get to the upper, which is obviously the most difference of the shoe, you have a black upper, except that the Flu Game 9 has a nubuck black upper. So it's a different material right off the rip. And then it got a different color code and different red, shades of red compared to the other. So here goes the shades of red right there. The 2016 and the 2024 pair is kind of identical, and then you have the 2009 pair, which is totally different. When you get to the heel tab, another total difference. When you get to the heel tab, you're gonna have, they're both black heel tabs, except that when you get to the 2009 pair, you have the white Jordan, you have the Jordan written out in white compared to red. Then when you get to the bottom of the heel, instead of having that black 23, you got that red 23. So, you know, got a lot of differences. When you get to the tongue of the shoe, which is the best part of the shoe, to be honest, because this was a great way to pay homage to that Flu Game moment. So when you get to the tongue of the shoe of the 2016 and the 2024 pair, they're all black leather, and it says 2-3. So it's written out 2 TWO, and then it has a 3 in the bottom. 2-3 for Jordan 23, right? When you get to the 09 pair, you're gonna have 97, and then you're gonna have a sick emoji. So this is, you know, when emojis started popping, like they was on point on this. Then you have a sick emoji face in white, and then you got 38, because he scored in 1997 when he had the Flu Game. He scored 38 points. So instead of having 2-3 down the tongue, you got 9-7 for 97. The sick emoji face, and then you have 38 for 38 points. And on the heel, on the back outside part of the heel, you're gonna have the same exact thing. You're gonna have 97, a sick emoji, and then 38 points. That's what 97-38 mean. Not 17-38, Fetty Wap.
1738.
You're gonna have 97-38. And then when you get to the inside of the shoe, when you get to the insole, the inside, all sock liners are black. So that's consistent there. All the sock liners are black. But when you get to the hold on, did I lose my? Oh dang, hold on. So it was this pair. Oh, it was like that, right? And then got the all right pairs. All right. So when you get to the sock liner, they're all black sock liners. So nothing different there. When you get to the insole for this was just a red Jordan sign, just like these. The regular red Jordan logo that's in these that's what was on the flu game, the 09 flu games as well. So the biggest thing of the difference of shapes and sizes is that this is bigger, this is taller. They're all a size 10.5, right? Yeah, they're all a size 10.5. So it's perfect size, right? But they're different in height and weight. I mean in height, well weight obviously because this is nubuck, but they're all different in height. So when it comes to the Jordan 12, the Jordan 09 pair, when it comes to the 09 pair, it's slightly taller than both the 16 and the 24. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if you can see that right there, but it's totally different. This is 09, 16, 24. However, look at this tongue. This tongue was crazy big, bro. Look at this tongue. Look at this tongue. Look, you can't even hardly see this tongue. So this tongue is a lot smaller than the 09 pair, but then they made it back to the original where the tongue was usually, you know, kind of real fit. But look at this tongue. Look at this. So the back of the Jordan 12 flu game from 09 is red. And then these are all black, and it got the size tag right there. So the size tag on the 09 pair is on the side of the shoe. This one is in the back of the tongue like old times. And then this one from 2024 is also the same. Let me see if there's anything else. Okay, let's go with the eyelets. So the eyelets on both the 2016 and the 2024 pair are blacked out matte finish and plastic. Don't get fooled. Plastic black matte. And then when you get to this pair, the 09 pair, you have a plastic shiny black. So you have a shiny black eyelets at the top collar, and then you have flat black on the matte black on the 2016 and the 2024 pair. So guys, the 09 pair was crazy. When this pair came out, you know, this was going, you know, like 130 whatever. But then when it started hitting the resale markets, like in about 3 years, because back then things used to come out and they used to sit in stores for a while, which was amazing. And then it sells out like 3 years later. Like it was crazy, you know, back then. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a lot. But it's kind of like now, where now a lot of Jordans are sitting unless they're collabs or like an OG. So that's kind of where we at again, and it's amazing to just walk in a store and you have a wall. You could just go to like a JD or Finish Line, whatever, Foot Locker, a Snipes USA. You could just walk into a store like old times, and then you could just actually think like, wow, what Jordan do I want? You know, you have Jordan 1, 2, 6, 4, 9, whatever it is. You just have a whole wall full of different Jordan retros, just like back in the day. And that makes me so happy as an old head. But this shoe, man, it was like at the $400 to $600 range. And man, like this shoe, bro, I think I did a review of this shoe. If I did, I'll put a link up there. But this shoe right here, man, it's like, it was awesome, man. The whole packaging, not the packaging, the whole rollout. It had the hat with the sick emoji. I think you had a hoodie. I don't know if I had the hoodie. I think I did, but I know I had the shirt and the hat, bro, and that was like my favorite like outfit. I used to, yo, that was like, I wasn't even gonna find a picture of it, yo, because I'm telling you, dog, that was my jam. It ain't the real flu game unless you see that face. 09 flu games. But anyways, that's the comparison and the differences between the 2024, the 2016, and oh, another thing. As a 40-year-old These was called the Jordan 12 Black and Reds. That's it. And I think I said this before in a few videos, but I'm gonna say it again, just to show awareness, right? Just to, you know, give y'all awareness. Back then, when they came out with this shoe, they didn't come out with 75 colors and retros like we have now. Now we have to have different color. Now we have to have different nicknames and colors for shoes because we have, you know, 180 pairs of Jordan 12s. In 1997, we had this, black and red. We had playoffs, white and black. But they actually had the nickname playoffs because they came out in the playoffs, right? So then we had the taxi, white and black and white. You know what I mean? Like, so it was very simple. It was very simple to come out with a shoe and just be like, oh, yo, the black and red 12s. Like, that's it. This is it. Not the reverse flu game, not the taxi black and red, not the, you know, black and red China pair or whatever. It's just black and red means this. So when this came out, this was dubbed the flu game. And then it made it like a thing. But this right here was dubbed the flu game. And with the 9738 stamped right here, this is like the original flu game. Like if someone be like, yo, you got the flu game 12s? I'm going to be like, yeah, because I got these. However, and because I'm 40. However, being that I've been in the sneaker game for a while, I know if someone asks me if I got the flu game 12s, I know they're talking about these because who would talk about these, right? So anyways, that's your comparison. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And again, thank you. Peace out.